We have all been to florists at various points in our lives and are aware of the aroma that intoxicates our senses. However, that is limited to shops and their vicinity. We have walked in gardens where the vibrant hues of various flowers deliver a sense of divinity, but that too is confined to a locality. And then there is Qamsar, where the entire city is perfumed with the fragrance of fresh roses, and not just any rose, but Gul-e Muhammadi or the Muhammadi rose, the most exclusive and superior of all roses. Bright pink in hue and growing at the foot of picturesque hills in the vicinity of deserts, these rose farms are indeed a leaf out of the book of paradise. Each spring towards the second half of April and extending through May, the entire landscape of Kashan County in Iran comes to life. Places like Qamsar, Kashan, Niasar, Barzok and some surrounding areas witness one of the most unique festivals around the world, which attracts thousands of tourists from around the world. It is known as Golabgiri, an ancient practice which literally means rose water harvesting. The first step is plucking, a process that begins at first light and continues till about 9 am. The petals are then poured into distillation vessels that can be found in gardens and backyards of every home in Qamsar. And the ultimate extraction is the highest quality rose water that is to be found on God's green earth, which is distributed and sold in markets throughout the region. As far as the significance of the Muhammadi rose of Qamsar is concerned, it is enough that the Holy Kaaba, the house of God, is washed with its essential oil or itr on a daily basis. It was this most anticipated event that first brought me to Qamsar in the May of 2022. The flowers had all been picked, but Qamsar still had the Muhammadi fragrance in its air. For by a stroke of good fortune and in the course of exploration, I discovered a great-great-grandson of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Today I will take you to his beautiful holy shrine with a rare and unique conical dome. This is his introduction. Imamzadeh Pir Dawood is the second youngest son of Imamzadeh Hasan Musanna and grandson of Imam Hasan al-Salam. He is also the half-brother of Imamzadeh Abdullah Mahaz of Hilla in Iraq, if you have already seen the documentary. He was born in 83 Hijri and lived during the eras of Imam Zainul Abidin a.s., Imam Muhammad al-Baqir a.s., and Imam Jafar al-Sadiq a.s. In fact, he was married to Bibi Umme Kulsum salamullah alaiha, daughter of Imam Zainul Abidin a.s. He had two sons, Mir Suleiman, whose shrine is located merely 6 kilometers from his, and Abdullah. He also had two daughters, Malika and Hamada. According to some narrations, he had two more sons, Muhammad, who was killed in Medina during the rebellion of Abu Saraya, and Hussein, who was also taken captive by Mansur Dawaniqi al-Abbasi and sent to Iraq to be entombed alive in a wall. But when the Masons learnt that he was a descendant of Imam Hasan a.s., they allowed him to escape in the dark. Imamzadeh Pir Dawood's mother was a noble lady from Rome. She is known by a few names like Fatima, Habiba bint Abdullah, Habiba al-Barbaria, or Umme Walad. However, she is remembered simply as Bibi Umme Dawood or Mother of Dawood. To some viewers, that name would ring a bell, so allow me to tell you why. You would be aware of the relentless persecution of the Sadat at the hands of first the Umayyads and later the Abbasid caliphs. Their only crime was that they were descendants of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and Imam Ali alayhi salam. Imamzadeh Pir Dawood was not spared this brutality. Like several others, he was also taken prisoner by Mansur Dawaniqi, the Abbasid caliph, and incarcerated in Iraq. For a long time, his mother Bibi Umme Dawood salamullah alaiha remained heartsick, having received no news of his whereabouts or well-being. One day she visited Imam Jafar al-Sadiq a.s., who was unwell. When he inquired about Imamzadeh Pir Dawood, She answered in the negative. He said, "Why don't you recite Dua al-Istifa?" Brothers and sisters, this incredible dua recommended by Imam Sadiq al-Salam to the mother of Imamzadeh Dawood came to be known as Amaal-e-Umme Dawood. She wrote it down and did exactly as the Imam had advised her. On completion, she saw Prophet Muhammad ﷺ in her dream, who gave her the glad tidings of her son's release from prison. Not long after that, Imamzadeh Dawood returned to his relieved mother, and after an emotional reunion, informed her that he was released the very night. In a substantial narration, Imamzadeh Dawood has narrated his own dream. He too saw Prophet Muhammad ﷺ along with a group of angels and prophets who gave him and his son tidings of freedom after a harsh incarceration in a dark and cramped prison with his body in heavy chains. Soon after, Imamzadeh Dawood along with his son Mir Suleiman decided to leave Medina and migrate to Iran. According to some sources, and this comes as no surprise, Imam Jafar Sadiq al-Islam himself helped him leave Medina, perhaps with some money and travel arrangements and lots of du'as and advice. And so, Qamsar it is, the final resting place of Imamzadeh Dawood, a Gule Muhammadi, or fragrant rose of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ in the true sense of the term. I can hardly imagine how heart-wrenching it must have been for the Sadat to be apart from the Imam and family and travel to lands far away from home. May Allah have mercy on the oppressed refugees of the past, present and future. Salams to all.